Hi,
right. So,
Teresa. Go on.
hi, how are you? How are you? Who are you? And what are we doing today?
Okay, so this is Teresa's brilliant idea that we're just going to come on here, have a little chat. We've got an idea to start us off, but we have no idea where it's going. So I'm Helen.
So,
I do intuitive coaching.
oh, you're more than that, Helen. Tell me more. Tell me about the shamanic stuff. Tell me about the energy. Tell me about your favorite thing.
Oh, I don't know. My favourites vary so much, but yeah, the fact that we are energy and energy is everywhere, it's just mind blowing because you can do anything, be anything, touch anything if we are all energy. And by we, I mean plants and trees and animals and rocks and stuff as well.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, I'm Teresa Collins. Blended Spirit. If you're new to me, I'm a quantum healer. I am a mental health facilitator. I do retreats. I write books. Basically, everything I do helps support the women that I work with in all levels of their life. And yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking about you and I, just kind of supporting women, and whoever this lands on this is great. And I like your idea of let's talk about time today, because time is a very cool thing. And you are in, sorry, I'm not going to quote where you are again.
I'm in Spain.
You're
So
in Spain.
I'm Central European time.
Perfect. So you said it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon your time, and it's 7:30 a.m. my time. And this morning I was booking tickets to Rome. So they're on a similar time zone than you. So
Yes, they are. Yeah, same, I think. Yes.
yeah, and you're ahead of me, which is very interesting. You're very, very wise. You already don't know what's going to happen today.
Well, I guess so, yeah. And there's the lady on our that comes to our networking is in Australia, so she's had the entire day before we get
Yes.
into it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think time from the time zone thing is very interesting. But like you were saying, people are experiencing time right now very, very different. And I personally, because I teach hypnosis, we just actually did a chapter on time and how time doesn't exist in your subconscious.
Ah, cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Your subconscious doesn't have a negative either, does it?
What do you mean?
As in, if you say to your unconscious, I don't know, don't scratch that itch, it doesn't understand don't, it just knows that that itch is there, kind of thing. That wasn't a very good example, but
Kind of, but I can give you a better example. So for an example, this is a box.
yeah.
And I can say to you, there are no marbles in this box.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing you think of?
That there's marbles in the box.
Well, marbles at the very least, even though I said there was no marbles in this box.
Yes.
Right? Why would you even think that there were marbles in this box? It's because I said there was no marbles in the box. So does that make sense?
That's a better example. Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Also, I could say there's no pens in this box, and now all of a sudden you're thinking about pens.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I said there is no pens.
Yeah.
If we want to do this real life, I'm afraid of failure. Oh, why the fuck did you bring the word failure up?
Yes.
Or I'm ready to succeed. I'm ready to succeed. So this is yes, definitely a subconscious doesn't quite get that. And as soon as you mention the word, it starts thinking about it.
Yes.
Even if it's a don't.
Absolutely.
But also that's why traumas can seem so real. It's because there's no time. So something that happened 40 years ago, and I actually worked with a lady last night, something that happened 40 years ago, and we were able to go in and kind of click that off and take it away.
Yes.
Well, it's amazing.
Therapy. Yes.
It's hypno, but there's that quantum piece, right? Do we want to get into that? The quantum? Let's talk a little bit more about time. So time, I think time slows down when you're having a terrible day and can speed up when you're having fun.
Yes. And I also think that it stretches and contracts. So if there's stuff that you go, right, this is what needs to happen today for I think it needs to be for a purpose, not just you want. But then the day usually opens up to allow all of those things to happen. Like I've just finished making letters for a job that I was doing beforehand in perfect time to open this meeting to come and see you because it's in flow. There's no resistance.
Ah, so that might be because you're a time master.
Maybe.
So I think I'm a time master too. I fit more in a day than most people fit in a week with ease and grace.
Yes.
and not just my have tos. So I don't waste time. I wouldn't know if I think stretch time might be it. I often say I carve out time, right? So I'm carving out time for the things that I want. I manage my time. All these really fun words that we do. Also, when we're waiting for something, time stands still.
Yes. Mhm.
Like there's so many things. I love the subject of time. Thank you. How else do you find it in your life? So you arrive on time. What else do you do for your timing?
Yeah, I find I can fit in more fun than most people. So I know people that kind of make time an enemy. They start off with the phrase, which then becomes the intention, really. I haven't
Yes.
got enough time to. Therefore, they don't.
Yeah, brilliant.
So you can create time just by almost assuming that you have time, and then it works.
I agree. I 100% agree. So the power, right? And if you go, have you ever seen a movie called Interstellar?
I think so, but I don't remember films.
But they go on a planet, and time there is like 7 years to our day.
Oh, I bet.
Right. So it's just like we're in different time zones. But yeah, so I think that's kind of a different thing we can access to. But I like being the timekeeper. So I think it starts with what you were saying was the intention, right?
Mhm.
Not saying I don't have enough time. You always have enough time. There's enough time for everything.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And really, we can create anything, can't we? Yeah. If we want, I don't know, if we want to create the perfect sanctuary and have the perfect property and stuff, then because that's kind of something I have my eye on, I think we can.
Nice.
But then we have our own little resistances, like bits of us go, you can't really, or you don't deserve it. And then you get these little pockets of resistance that you've then got to go and break down to actually get to the thing.
Yeah, I'd see them as speed bumps. Right. So if you're driving along the road, it's nice and clear, you're good to go. If you've got all these little speed bumps, it's going to take you longer.
Yes.
I think there is such a thing as divine timing too. So there's some things that it doesn't matter how much you clear it, it's still not going to happen until it's ready to happen.
Yeah.
Interesting. My throat feels a little bit off when I say that. Divine timing. Okay. What's the difference there? Because ego can hide behind divine timing is what I'm hearing. So we can think that, oh, it's just not time, but really what it is it's those speed bumps that we're creating.
Yes. And all of these ideas and theories, they kind of mingle together. So it can be hard to pull them apart. And I think that's where people like us come in, because we can do it. Often we can do it for ourselves as well, but we can do it with ease for other people and go, you're hiding there. Or how about thinking about it this way?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how well I do it to myself, to be honest. That's why I see healers, because my blind spots are really good. Yeah. I will say that if I journal, though, it's easier to find them. So if you take the time to put them on paper and give yourself a little bit of distance from it, I think it's easier to see too. So, but yeah, I think healers need healing for that. And we need outside perspective to say, hey, wait, you're too close to it.
Yeah, it's much easier to, like, when if you can take the eagle eye view, and it's much more difficult. Yeah, I use cards sometimes, so I've got a whole bunch of decks. This is the one I use most often.
Okay, let's do a card.
Quite a simple one.
See, as you brought up cards, let's do cards.
We can do cards. Oh, that's nice. Right now, let's see. What card do we need to show on this little recording right now? Oh, that one's sticking out. We'll see who that one's for in a minute. What's this one? Okay. This one I think is for us, probably.
Yeah, sacral chakra for sure.
Sacral chakra. So creativity, self-identity, bright, spring, sunshiny, go get them, fire horsey type colors. So I think, yeah, we are creating change, and the world likes that.
Lovely. Okay, I've got goosebumps on that. That's what we're doing here today, are we? Are you going to do another, or are we going to leave it with that?
Well, the other one that came out, super similar, same colors, but called Treasures. So I think it's just a reinforcement. Yeah, we leave our own. Do you think we leave our own little treasures as we go, almost like a breadcrumb trail, so that other people can find us? So conversations, pieces we put out there, we're acting like a beacon to draw people in. That's what comes.
Okay, I can see that. Sure, we'll go with your read. Yeah, perfect. It's
Yeah.
your read. We'll do my read now. So
Okay,
these are my
good.
cards. Did I have these last time we seen?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so this is my own deck I brought into the world.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So talk about taking some time. It took some time. So it's got a really cool little box. And then you open it up. And one of the cards actually is the time card. So I wonder if we're going to get that card.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That will be interesting. So let's ask. Okay, so let's build upon your cards and ask what else we need to know. Anybody catching this, right? Because they're really enjoying time with us, and whether it's a later or now. I mean, it's got to be later because we're just recording it. So whatever time they catch this will be perfect for them. So what do they need to know? Oh, the calling. So there is a message in here, definitely, and you've been called to hang out with us, and you and I have been called to hang out together, right? I like this idea. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's just let it unravel. If we build off the pink, you had the nice hot pink. I have a softer pink here.
You do.
So it's a little bit of that inspiration and softness, I think. Maybe more the divine feminine. The number is 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. That's building foundations. Okay, and then what else do we need to know? Oh, we are the cosmic. So we'll definitely talk about the cosmic and how time is affected in quantum. Visions and knowing. So we already kind of know it. Interesting. So this to me brings up timelines, how everything is happening all at once, and we just consciously get to choose which timeline we're accessing. Yeah. So how or what are we choosing? Yes, not how. We know how. We just imagine it, I guess, bring the vision to life. And then how do you hold the vision though? How do you hold the vision? When you figure out what you want, Helen, how do you hold it? How do you make it happen in a timely manner?
I think I bring it closer to me. So I imagine the whole energy of it coming closer and joining with me. I then try and get it to be part of me rather than me being separate from it, so that we are one continuous goal and one continuous thing.
Okay, like that. That's embodying it. Yes. And I think what I do is detail. So I'll be detail oriented. So how do I smell? How do I feel? What am I wearing? Right? I'll try to bring it to the 5 senses. So, because if I'm doing something in the future, it's very ethereal. It's very up in my head. But if I bring it into the actual 5 senses, which is very similar to the embodying, I tend to vibe with it now, which I think then activates law of attraction. You bring it to you. I've recently really started to celebrate the little things. So imagining my day at the end of the day tomorrow, and I'm so excited because I got so many opportunities and some stuff came in that I didn't even expect. Right? Because we do these big things like, oh, I'm going to be on stage. I'm going to be on stage in Rome, which, by the way, still can't imagine that. Yeah, we're working on that. But I am imagining how I'm going to feel when I land. Right? So I've gotten that part. Yeah. So it's going to be like the actual at the airport and landing in the airport, and how elated I'm going to be and how special I'm going to feel and those different things. And I wonder what it's going to smell like. So I don't know what it's going to smell like, but I wonder what it's going to smell like. I wonder how it's going to feel. I wonder what our hotel is going to be like. So kind of using some of that wonder as well.
Yeah. And do you think wonder is the same or different to creative flow?
I think the wonder creates co-creation. So when I'm creating something, I'm designing it. When I'm wondering, I'm co-creating with the universe.
Yeah, I like that answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the shift there.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving it any boxes. Sorry?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, if we like go a tiny bit sideways on that creativity thing, I do quite a bit of crafting and art and type things. And I find when I'm doing things with my hands without needing to think very much,
right,
then it creates the space for magic to happen. Yeah, you might get just an idea, or you've just got more energy the next day because you've had active rest.
Active rest. That's a good one. I think this floats into that idea of using our time wisely too, right? Because when we're creating, we're not hustling. So, because when we're running and we're chasing, we're just wearing ourselves out, right? But when we find time to create, we're unlocking, allowing. Yeah, I am manifesting generator. I don't know if you do the human design thing.
I know a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely is me. That's why we have the cards and we have the books and we have the, the jewelry and we have the resin and we have I do find the more if my life is in chaos, the more I create. So I've definitely found that balance to if there's too much chaos going on over here, I create something bigger.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because most people can't create when they're in chaos.
No. Yeah, I'm not sure I can. I create to find calm and balance.
Yeah. No, the more chaotic it is, the more I like to create.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, that just makes me, who we are, right? All those little zones of geniuses that we think everybody else has, right?
Do you think that links back to your manifesting generator profile? Is that peculiar to that?
I think it's the generating part. So I think it's the part that keeps the engines going.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a projector.
You're a which?
A projector.
Oh, fantastic. I need projectors in my life. Because you take what I do and you let the world see it better.
Yes. Because I found, I didn't used to always be into like the coaching and the woo stuff. I started off doing financial stuff and did insurance. But I know I did it different to all my colleagues because they just did it on kind of relationships and money, whereas I tended to do it on kind of detail, but the understanding, the seeing the picture, the relating it to how people needed to see it, and I understood their business better than they did sometimes.
Yeah.
Super high view. And
so why does that make that woo? Why isn't it just more of an energetic understanding?
Well, it is, yeah. But what I mean is I didn't know anything about woo then, although, I think all of us are using energy all the time anyway. We just don't always know about it. But
well, and that's funny, that word woo, though. I wonder where it fits in now, because I'm so into the science of it all. I don't understand why people still call it woo. Like, it's measurable. It's in labs. The results are in, my friends. Right? I guess woo is just the unseen.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's defensive armor. So, bad things have happened to us in our past, perhaps, when we when we explore this side of things and stuff, perhaps, or when we stand out and be different. So it's almost it's an armor, isn't it? It's like a protection, I think. Like, I'm woo.
Yeah.
You put that little word out and see if people's faces crumble. And you go,
yeah. I think it's that. I think that's where you're at. There is the difference, right? It was unsafe to be different before, right? Because literally, caveman wise, if you were different, you were ostracized from the clan, and then you had to try to protect yourself, right? Where if you just go along to get along, you're able to have everybody protect you. Yeah, but it's interesting that with everything else that's upgraded, that hasn't upgraded. Like, it's taking longer to upgrade than I'm surprised.
Yeah, because someone on a different networking thing, he trains lawyers who are aspiring partners on what they need to do to become partners. And he includes a bit about energy and woo in that. And you'd never think he was in that field or had any remote interest, yet he finds it goes down really well. So why do I get reluctant to do that and reluctant to talk about it?
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, and I will tell you, the 1%ers have been using energy for a long time. They've been using their intuition from the beginning, because they create the things that there's no blueprint for, right? In order to create something there's no blueprint for it, you have to do it intuitively.
Yeah.
You have to imagine it into existence, right? And that's, they may not have called it that. They may have called it innovation, but it's just creation in a different form, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it's interesting though. I just can't put my finger on it, and I think nobody else can too. As soon as they just add the word woo in as like a space filler, they don't quite get it. So, oh no, it's woo.
Yeah, Yeah. And it's also like you were saying, yeah, we followed these patterns and stuff, and we've, for throughout our current lifetime and stuff, we're a similar age. It's been, this is how things go.
Yeah.
And it's follow the path and you will be okay. But that's not really how things seem to be turning out. We have to create our own realities because that path is designed for Mr. and Mrs. Average.
Yeah.
And average and normal don't exist. They're the merged amalgam of everybody. But we're all different to normal.
Yeah. And because I've been an innovator my whole life, I've always forged ahead. That's why they've always called me the woo.
Right.
And even I have a workshop coming up right now, regulated, resilient, and ready. And I want to launch it everywhere. I want it everywhere. It's a combination of somatic psychology and energetics, a little bit of hypnotherapy reprogramming in there as well. And I think it should be in corporations. I think it should be in schools. I think the nurses should be taking it. I think absolutely I want to launch it into the world in a big way. So, but it's very woo because nobody's fucking seen it before.
No.
Reinventing the wheel. I'm just putting a whole bunch of wheels together that people haven't really thought of before, and then doing it in like a real live embodiment way, so that they're not just getting lip service.
Okay, that sounds perfect. So when are you going to launch it and how and when?
Oh, so I've already booked one for May 29th, and then today I have a meeting with a promotional lady that I'm going to have go to different corporations and invite them to have one at their space. I went and looked at a space the other day where I can host the corporate events. So we are in process.
Oh, exciting.
In process.
That sounds very cool.
It's innovative, I guess. We'll go innovative. Really needed, like ridiculously needed. People are burning out and there's not real solutions right now. So even that idea that you can just go spend time in a rubber room, that doesn't exist. You can't even go hang out in the hospital. There's like literally nowhere to retreat to. So we need to learn the tools. Yeah,
definitely. That sounds really cool. Yeah. And I keep meeting people that are on kind of similar paths to me. So I'm doing something sort of similar in that I'm doing what I call a leadership reset retreat. And I think I might have mentioned it when we spoke last. Business is going to have to change. We can't just do business based on profit. More money does not make happier people. And we have to stop competing with the machines. So, us humans have been trying to optimize ourselves and optimize everything around us. So we've built machines to replace ourselves, but we've forgotten what a human is. So we have to create some space and some stillness to remember who we are, to tap into the intuition, tap into creativity, to keep that innovation growing, to become more human and get more connections. And then you can still do AI and machinery piece, bringing that into your business. But then you've got two co-creating pieces to the business to then add people and purpose to that profit.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's really good. Really important. Yeah. And when I think channeling on it, it's the human element that actually will be so special, right? And personally, I've always seen this. So when I first started writing books in 2019, there's spelling mistakes, editing, font shit. It's like bananas. And there would be people that wouldn't read it because of it. And now it's sought after because they know a human wrote it, not AI.
Yes. It's getting increasingly difficult to know what's human and what's written by AI and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. What's very interesting is my kids can grab it. They're really, really wicked smart at picking it up. And I think it's part of the neurodivergence and their sensitivity. I think they came with this program to grab it.
All right.
Yeah. All the interesting things. How does that relate to time? Oh, the kids that are born now are just spectacular. And the babies that are born right now, their life purposes are going to be incredible.
Yeah, I think the children are our future, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're
more so now.
I think so, but I also think as parents and guardians and teachers, we've caught up, right? Like our parents, they did the best they could with what they have, but their whole thing was making us kind of perform. Right. And now the whole thing is, who are you and how can we expand on your strengths, which is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a massive step. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you don't have to go through all that bullshit that you learned as a child in order to figure out who you are, which what we're doing.
Yeah.
They're just going to be able to figure out who they are from the beginning.
Hmm.
Like what a concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, so less conformity, really.
Yeah. Well, and like we were saying that it meant before that you were kicked out if you were unique, but now you're embraced because you're
Mm.
unique. So I think that's a little bit of the caveman. And it's not changing everywhere, but I do think it's changing in some major places.
That's cool. So where do you see that happening? Is that sort of in schools and stuff you're noticing it?
I can see it in the parents, the new parents,
All
the
right, yeah.
ones that want to homeschool, that don't want to put them in the box, that are doing intuitive eating, that are doing, allowance and having more creative, more play, less about the academics and having to perform.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see it in a lot of the young moms now,
Oh, cool.
especially the ones with like 3 to 5 year olds that I've been kind of seeing lately. They're really paying attention. They're really parenting. They're not just having kids to be ornaments. So
Yeah, good. Good. Yeah. I don't have kids and I don't spend much time around them, so I'm quite
gotcha.
distant from that side of things. So I
Mm.
don't really know.
Yes, gratefully, I have other different peoples. Well, this was a great time. Thank you for making time for me, Helen. And good luck with your upcoming workshop. Is there a way people can connect to that? Is that an online thing or do you have to be in person?
That's going to be an in-person thing. I'm just building it out on the website, so they can do. But give me a week and then it'll be up there. So the website is elementaltribe.co.uk.
Perfect. Elemental Tribe. I love it. And
Yeah.
I'm blended-spirit.com. So yeah, whoever's watching this, wherever you're watching it around the world, thanks for joining us. And thank you for your time, Helen. I really appreciate you.
It's cool. It was fun. Okay. Super.